Yeah, Jerome, just wondering how how you feel about the fact that you have been able to come up with so many explosive plays over the past few weeks and really help the team at a time when, things really aren't going well in very many other places.
I feel like it's just a testament to our offensive line and the wide receivers blocking on the edge. Without them, I wouldn't make any explosive plays. So, I feel like all of us coming together and being able to hit on the same page consistently back-to-back weeks, I think we're starting to feel good about it.
Okay, thanks.
We'll go to Daryl.
Yeah, Jerome, you credit your teammates for helping you get those explosives, but just for you, we've seen this from you in the past in spurts, but to be doing it on a more consistent basis, how good do you feel out there?
Uh, feel good. Like I said, being I'm sorry, there are big holes being created, and you know when you're able to have that much space as a runner and get running, it's a great thing.
And just wanted to ask you about DTR yesterday. Real tough first half there. Not a whole lot went right, but then in the second half, he seemed to find a little bit of a rhythm, and the offense started to get it going a little bit. Just someone was in the huddle. What did you see from DTR, and how much do you think he can kind of build on some of the positives in that second half?
You see the resilience in them to fight. You know, like you said, we didn't have the best first half, but coming out there knowing we got 30 minutes of football to play, I feel like we all went out there and gave it everything we had.
So go to Scott.
Hey, Jerome, why isn't it important for you to, whether you're considered the number one or the number two? I know you've talked about it a lot and said that it doesn't matter, but why doesn't it matter?
Why doesn't being number one or
Matter like
two?
if people think you're the number one back. You know what I mean?
I don't think it matters at all. Only thing that matters is what's going on inside the building here, and who coach put out on the field, and making sure that we've honed in and um, studied the game plan, and we go out there and we do our job.
I mean, a lot of guys would care about that, right? That they were considered the number one. But it doesn't seem to be that important to you. Why? Why don't you think it's that important?
The most important thing at the end of a game is a W, and no matter who's the number one, number two, as long as you did your job to contribute to that W, I don't think one or two matters.
And then that catch yesterday where DTR scrambled left and threw it back to you, Kevin raved about it. What did you see on that play?
We go over scramble drill after practice all the time, and just making sure that I'm in position. And I seen him look my way, and I know the type of guy DTR is. He'll get it to you. He'll make a play. So I just made sure I was ready to catch the ball.
Gotcha. Thanks.
Okay, do you have another question?
No, sorry.
No. Okay, no worries. All right, last call for questions for Jerome. All right, looks like Daryl.
Yeah, Jerome, obviously this season hasn't gone the way you guys had hoped. You've got two games remaining against Miami and Baltimore. Just, what's the mindset and approach as you guys, try and end what was a difficult year on a positive note?
Continue to fight. We know those are two teams that are still in hunt for the playoffs, and we're gonna go out there and we're gonna try to win games. And well, we know Miami in the hunt for the playoffs, so we're going out there try to win games, play hard, and send them home like we going home.
And just, how has, or I should say, how have you seen Kevin kind of handle this? When he came here, things really seemed to change around for the franchise, albeit maybe not smoothly with all the quarterback injuries and stuff over the years. But just how have you seen Kevin handle the challenges and the difficulties you guys have gone through?
He handles everything like a pro. He makes sure we get our work in. He keeps us motivated, keeps us going, keeps us fighting, and I think he's done a great job from my point of view.
Go back to Scott.
Hey, Jerome, Kevin said that David Njoku had a knee injury yesterday. He was getting an MRI today. How have you seen him kind of fight through the string of injuries he's had this year? And what kind of loss if he's not able to play with you guys the last couple games?
He's a real fighter. He's trying to do everything he can to get on the field. I can see him in the training room. It's frustrating for him to not be on the field and be out there and make the plays. But when he out there, like that screen you saw yesterday, he's able to make plays and be a big help for our team.
Thanks.
Okay, last call for questions. All right, thanks, Jerome. Appreciate it.
Oh, hi, Jordan. I was just wondering, forgive me if you were asked this last night. I'm not really sure if you were or not, but I'm just wondering, how did you feel about some of the remarks that Myles said on Friday, if you were aware of them, when he basically said that he's going to need to see some kind of a plan for winning now for him to want to be back here. And he cited that he seemed to be alluding to the fact that, you guys as a defense or defenders or team leaders are kind of in this thing together in your feeling that you would like to see, just what the plan is going forward. Just wondering your thoughts on that.
Yeah, obviously, Miles, you know, speaks from the heart. Um, I think he does a great job, but uh, I can't tell you what's going on in Miles's head, right? All I know is what what's in my head, and that's really all I can comment on. Miles has been a leader on this team for years. Is held in the highest regard amongst his peers, not just on this team, but around the league. And coming here, it's been a pleasure to get to know him and watch him firsthand. He's the type of team, or he's the type of player that you want on a team. He's the type of leader you want on a team. Like I said, Miles, he's going to tell you, he's going to shoot you straight, and he's going to speak from the heart.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So go to Ashley.
Yeah, Jordan, just to follow up on that, what about the fact that he notches his 100th career sack yesterday and just what it's like as his teammate to see a guy reach that accomplishment and reach it as quickly as he has in his career?
Yeah, and what's so special about it is you watch just about every play he's getting double teamed, right? The guy's relentless. There's play after play where uh he's not just defeating the chip, but defeating the tackle and then getting the back on a late chip. Like he's bringing all attention. So to see him firsthand, like I said, has been a pleasure. And I've played a lot of football. I've seen a lot of things. What he's been able to accomplish and what he does on a weekly basis is special.
I mean, along those lines, have you ever seen an edge rusher get or played with a guy who gets that much attention the way that Myles seems to draw attention? Because even looking at other top edge rushers now, it seems like sometimes he's dealing with things that aren't really
Right.
comparable.
Yeah, no, and it's it's one of those things is we are what we are, right? Schwartz's defense is what it is. We're gonna apply pressure, but if our pass rush is working, right, we're gonna drop back and we're gonna make you have to figure it out. And Myles is number 95. Everybody knows it. He's gonna be on the field in those big third downs, and if we move him around, they're gonna move around to make sure that he's not being disruptive and as a linebacker, the attention that he brings to a game plan helps my position, helps me play better, helps everybody on the team play better. So yeah, I've never personally seen it. um, I'm not complaining about it. He's still getting his sacks. He's still doing his thing. And it's helping everybody else on the defense. It's special to play with somebody like that for sure.
We go to Scott.
Can I ask you one more Miles thing, Jordan?
Sure.
What did on that play where he chased down Joe yesterday on the sideline? I'm
Yeah.
just curious what your view was live, and then when you watch it on film, it just seemed kind of special to me watching it.
Yeah, live I didn't see it. I heard the crowd, right? I think that everybody wanted a late hit or 2 feet out, personal foul, whatever. But uh watching it on film, obviously you see him giving relentless effort, jumping, to make the tackle and then rolling, spinning into the heaters and the heaters falling over. And it just is a testament of who he is as a player and who he is as a person.
Yeah, and then you've known Rodney for a while, right? And now he's got 2 games left. I was
Yeah.
talking to him about that last week. Just how much does that come up, and how do you kind of reflect on what he's done in his 13 years?
Yeah, man. It comes up quite a bit. I have a lot of, conversations with Rod and private conversations. And, you know, we're both older guys in the league. And I try to pick his brain. I try to hear, his story and where he's at mentally. And he is enjoying every moment, trying to just do everything he can to leave it all out there on the field. Right. And, I think about in my own situation and in our situation as a team, it's easy to feel sorry for yourself in these moments. It's easy to look around and try to take the easy route. And then you look at a guy like Rod, who knows he only has 2 games left, who is, fighting tooth and nail to leave it all out there on the field, to be in the right spot, to know the opportunities that are coming, are dwindling, right? If he doesn't make a play, he may not get that opportunity again to make it the next time, right? So just the ability to look at somebody like that, who's one of your leaders on the team, and see his mentality going through this situation, has been encouraging to me, and I think for a lot of guys on the team.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to Tony.
Okay, Jordan, we're 3-12. Let's step outside of that box for one moment. You're in the middle of a defense that has defended Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson. I want you to rank those quarterbacks 1, 2, 3.
Why would I do that?
Because I asked you to.
What kind of question is that?
You've
Come
already
on,
played
man.
them. You've already played them. You're not going to play them again this year.
I've played them many times over the years. They're all great quarterbacks, and they all have superpowers in their own ways, right? Like they're all different. You can't necessarily rate them 1, 2, 3. I think they all, if you want a runner, you go Lamar, right? If you want somebody who can create, you go Pat. If you want somebody who kind of can escape and plays with a little bit of savvy, right? A little bit in the pocket, a little bit of savvy, you go Joe. Like they're all great. They're all quarterbacks and, in their own respects. And I got a lot of respect for all three.
Fair enough.
Awesome.
Mary Kay, do you have another question?
No, I don't. Sorry.
All right, last call for questions for Jordan. All right,
That's a good one to end on, guys. Thank you.
Thanks.
See you.